Picture this. It's midnight and your phone is ringing. A pipe has burst in an upstairs unit, causing major damage to the 3 condos below. The owners are panicking and demanding immediate answers. Water's still flowing and everyone's scrambling to find the main shutoff valve. As a board member, you're suddenly facing a crisis that will unfold over the coming days and weeks. Who's responsible for the damage? Will insurance cover it? And the question everyone's really asking, who's paying for all this? Today, we're going to talk about 3 insurance insights that every HOA and condo board member needs to know. The wrong coverage can absolutely devastate your community's financial relationships. But with the right protection in place, you can sleep better at night knowing your community and your personal liability are covered when emergencies like this occur. Let's start with liability issues around employees, contractors, and vendors. This trips up so many communities. Think about this common scenario. A contractor's employee gets hurt while doing maintenance on your property. Who's liable? Most boards assume their general liability covers everything. It doesn't. You really need 3 types of insurance protection here. You need workers' comp, even if you don't have any direct employees. You need verification protocols from your third-party contractors, and you need directors and officers insurance, also known as D&O, that specifically includes employment practices. The pros recommend setting up a thorough contractor verification system that'll typically be done through your management company. And it's a bit of work up front, but it can save you from a financial nightmare down the road. Now let's talk about something that happens all the time. Damages caused by co-owners and their guests. We've all seen it. A resident's guest slips at the pool, or someone's renovation ends up damaging common elements like the grass. Here's where many associations have blind spots. Your residents might not know where their responsibility ends and your responsibility as an association begins. And that is bridged by what's called an HO6 policy. That's an insurance policy that specifically covers the residents. They have to pay for it. It's usually at their discretion to have it or not have it. But you might not have a system to track those insurance certificates if they even have them. Your residents might not know that they're going to be responsible in the event of a disaster for a portion, and they should have coverage. What about renters insurance if they're displaced from their home, say for a fire? Sometimes that can take 1.5 years to rebuild, depending on the severity. HO6 policy typically covers renters for them. And your governing documents might have unclear language about who's even responsible for the deductibles. Insurance professionals will tell you all this. Set up an association-wide program to track owner policies. When you establish clear requirements and who actually monitors them, you dramatically reduce your financial exposure when something goes wrong. The third area gets really tricky. It's about protecting the common elements and figuring out where the association responsibility ends and owner responsibility begins. Your community absolutely needs clear responsibility matrices in your documents. You need updated building values that reflect what things actually cost today, not 10 years ago. And if your building's older, you need proper ordinance and law coverage. Here's a reality many older communities face. After a big loss, they discover their insurance only covers replacement to original specifications, not the extra cost of meeting today's building codes. It can be a huge unexpected expense. And there's another critical issue with catastrophic losses like fire, and that's time. The rebuilding process can take much longer than anyone expects, as I said before. Municipal approvals and code compliance can stretch that timeline out for months, even years. During this time, residents who have loss of use coverage might even run out of benefits before they can move back in. They're going to be coming to you, looking to you as an association. Make it right. Pay me back. Get rid of my dues while I'm having to rent for these additional months. They could end up paying out of pocket for extended temporary housing. They still have to pay their dues, and now they have to pay rent also. It gets pretty contentious. And there's often confusion about what features were the original construction versus what the owner upgrades. As a responsible board, you should have a plan to communicate realistic timelines for rebuilding in the event that you have a catastrophic loss. You should clearly explain what's covered by the association and what's the owner's responsibility, and you should recommend adequate loss of use coverage in everyone's individual policies. But keep in mind, it's not your responsibility to make sure people get that. It's your responsibility only to make sure that they have the information so that they, as a responsible adult, can make the decision that's best for them. That way there's no surprises. So by taking this proactive approach, It helps prevent financial hardship for your residents and reduces the conflict during an already stressful recovery period. Remember, insurance protection isn't just about having policies, it's about having the right policies and the right documentation and procedures. Start by conducting an insurance audit. Look at your association's master policy. Check your governing documents for coverage requirements, and implement a system to track owner insurance. These simple steps can save your community thousands while protecting you as a board member from personal liability. If you found this perspective valuable, we invite you to connect with us. Facebook viewers, like our page and follow us for regular updates. Feel free to message us directly with your questions or community challenges. Instagram viewers, hit follow and feel free to DM us with your questions or community challenges. YouTube viewers, subscribe to our channel and check out the video description for helpful links. Visit our website to discover our thought leadership content, books, and resources that can transform your community management approach. Whether you're dealing with the challenges we discussed today or other community issues, we're here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.